Hi, everyone. Michelle and I were having a conversation this morning, and just a few thoughts that we wanted to share with everyone. Do you believe right now that people enjoy being told what to do?
Okay, so before we go there, let me just go ahead and make a quick introduction of who this is. So I haven't had my husband on a video with me, but this is the one, my support, my cheerleader, motivator, person to remind me who I really am when I try to act all high and mighty.
AKA RJ.
RJ. Yeah. But yeah, so we were talking this morning, and as these events unfurl, well, I got a little pissed off this morning because I'm just over it. Our family obviously has been impacted. Our kids are not in school. We're staying home. I'm working from home now for this coming week. We do have enough toilet paper, so I just want to let everyone know we have enough. We buy in bulk, so it's never an issue for us.
Right.
But
Thank you, BJ's.
thank you, BJ's. So back to your question. Sorry, we digress. So what is it again?
Do you feel people enjoy being told what to do?
I think that's a tricky question, RJ, because it's a twofold one. The immediate answer is yes, people enjoy being told what to do because it alleviates personal responsibility for their own actions or inaction. So that is there. But the illusion is that people don't like being told what to do. And I know you talked about that earlier when we had the discussion. So can you share that?
Yes, it it's a simple process. One of the things that I think the primary focus has to be, if this is a epidemic, how am I in the simplest form able to handle this and be able to communicate first with myself that everything's going to be okay and I just need to breathe and relax and then enjoy the moments of not knowing.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes that's just that simple. Maybe I don't know, but I do know the basics. I know if I go to the restroom, I should wash my hands. The media doesn't need to tell me that.
But apparently, yes, they
Right.
do. Um,
It's just simple things.
Cover your mouth when you cough or when you
Right.
sneeze,
Right.
right? Yes.
And I'm not going to sit here and, well, I'm just going to sit here scared to death. And then when the media comes out and say that the CDC says you should wash your hands, now I'm going to go and start compulsively washing my hands like I didn't know. And I think that's the thing you and I were laughing about, is that people do love being told what to do.
Right, because again, it goes back to not taking responsibility for self and seeing authority as someone that or something that's outside of yourself, which is really disconcerting to me because I think that one, we all are autonomous beings and we all have authority within our own right, and therefore, when we give our power to others, I think that that leaves the door open for another entity or another person to usurp our goodwill and possibly misuse that, which we see time and time again throughout history. So this isn't new shit, and it's not a new idea that I'm putting out there. It simply is a matter of truth, right?
Absolutely.
And so this whole fear thing is ridiculous. Like, of course, we live in America, so I'm not saying that we are the richest because we obviously understand about debt, which we have huge debts, and I get that. But for the most part, we have so many luxuries available and so many services available to help people that when we see store shelves empty, and when we see toilet paper gone, no water, no food, and people just acting really crazy, it's ridiculous to me that you would forget where you are and forget who you are and what rights you have in your own country. We are not in a foreign place where we don't have access to services or access to goodwill and access to affluence, really. So this scarcity mindset is being promoted time and time again. And every time we do a share of empty store shelves, every time we talk about, that there's lack of this, there's going to be a shortage, all this stuff, we're
Mm.
really promoting fear. And so this lack of consciousness is, I'm just over it.
Right.
I'm so over
And
it.
that's the second part that Michelle and I wanted to talk about as well, as far as what is fear? What does this word fear that just sends terror through our bodies as if it's a foreign thing that we've never heard that word before.
Mm.
And what comes to mind for me is we got a broadcast from the school district, and I could hear through that lady's voice and just her vibration is, let me show you guys how to handle this. Let me give you the steps necessary to ensure your safety. And it's just amazing that they're going about this because someone handed them a script.
Right. Well, okay, so I guess I work in social services, so I understand going into people's homes. Like, I know that there are parents out there who do
Mm-hmm.
not know hygiene steps. Like, they don't know how to properly clean a kitchen, clean their home, prepare food, or to even wash their bodies or their children's bodies. So I can get that we are in that condition, but again, that condition is because we have handed over the authority to someone else, and we've never accepted our own power and our own autonomy in this. So I can understand that legitimately. So I do also think as a people, though, it is almost an insult. It is, and I guess maybe it's because we're at a different level of consciousness
Yes.
that it seems like an insult to me or an insult to my kids. You
Mm-hmm.
know that we're in this place, right, of
Correct.
authority telling us and dictating what we do.
And Michelle and I are making our national broadcast as the whole world figures that they need to make a broadcast of what's safe. We're dictating our safety. What's the best thing for us to do for our family to promote safety? And we're taking control of that. So thank you, school district, for your broadcast. But Michelle and I, we have this.
Yeah, and by no means am I advocating to not listen.
Yes.
By no means am I advocating to not take care of wash your hands and cover your mouth when you cough and use toilet paper to wipe your ass. By no means am I saying don't do any of those things. But more importantly, I think that RJ and I are talking about is the ability to keep a sound mind in spite of fear, to keep a sound mind in spite of what is being promoted out there as worst case scenarios. When we start going down the path of being in fear, our limbic system kicks in and we are in fight or flight. We are no longer able to analyze a situation because our prefrontal cortex shuts down. And I know that's, jargon, whatnot, and I apologize. But in other words, we're not able to think for shit if we're in fear. So then how do we get to that place of fear? And that's something that RJ and I talk about regularly. And I know I practice myself, practice with myself on a daily basis. And for me, it's focusing on the breath. For me, it is getting into a quiet space and just breathing in peace and exhaling peace and thinking about those things that are lovely, thinking about those things that are pure. That's what brings me peace. Connecting with music that's uplifting, connecting with, RJ, connecting with the kids, connecting with people that are inspiring and are funny. What is it that you do to practice
And my
calmness?
number one thing for the calmness is, as Michelle was saying, I believe in myself and I love myself and I trust myself to be able to handle any situation because God will never put anything on your plate that you can't handle. That's where I go. That's my, and for this young lady by my side, we talk about anything and everything. And we just wanted to share today, everything is fine. You're going to be safe. God is always good.
All the time. God is good. So peace out. Have a good day. Be safe. Wash your hands. Use toilet paper and keep it calm. Bye.
Peace.
Peace.